When you thought that Harry could not be more tone-deaf and absurd, he talks about burnout from work and having to deal with hard days. But his body language reveals that he doesn't believe what he's preaching to everyone, and also his true intentions. Welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and it would be great if you join us by just liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell. Let's get down to it. Just so you have an idea of the quality wisdom that Hare Krishna shared with us mortals, he was talking about meditation. And meditation requires time, right?
Most people will sit there and listen and go, that's fantastic, but I don't have the time. Well, the good thing is you can make time. And if you don't have time, then you probably need to make time even more.
What the f***? So you're telling me that if I don't have time, I just have to go and make time? Did I get that right?
You can make time.
I'm sincerely wondering, what have we been doing all these years without such an amazing source of enlightenment? You don't have time? You can make time. Oh, what do you mean that you don't have nannies, housekeepers, and assistants? Is that you don't have money to pay them? Well, if you don't have money, you can make money. Stop being poor. And he really means the time part. I have now put in about half an hour, 45 minutes in the morning, either for a workout, taking the dog for a walk, get out in nature, maybe meditate. I'd love to think that this is some kind of sick, cruel joke, but we know how dense is this chap, and any ability for sarcasm is just out of bounds. That's why his delivery is so artificial. I'm going to talk about his body language and how it looks like he's playing Conga Hero 3, but first I have to address what he has clearly adopted as his main catchphrase, inner work. As in, if everyone did inner work, the shift in global consciousness and awareness would be enormous. Well, my guess is that if everyone did whatever inner work is, less stupid people would be famous. But what is exactly inner work, besides a fancy term? That's the first red flag in almost any similar situation, when someone is trying to use words that have no meaning in themselves to try to appear interesting or smart. And there's a reason the people at BetterUp have that term registered, because when they tweeted more psychobabble from Harry, you can see the small icon beside the capitalized term. You might have missed it, but it's about to be really relevant. Just to be clear, meditation is absolutely necessary for anyone. It can be as few as 5 minutes, and you don't need anything fancy for that. No music, no audio guide. Just sit down, close your eyes, focus on your breathing. That's it. You did it. So how does Just Harry justify his intervention talking about burnout from work and having to deal with hard days? Well, that's why his body language was all over the place. I would not be surprised that he has seen my videos and tried to understand what he was doing wrong. Good for you, Harry. Way to go. The problem is that now he falls in the area of trying too hard. His hand gestures have mostly the same amplitude, and he's desperate for emphasizing every single word with them. You can spot that these energetic gestures do not come natural to him, because more than once his wrists are limp. Try to figure out or imagine someone trying to express themselves with energy, or you try to talk with energy and passionately about one topic and let your hands drop. You'll instantly feel a drop in energy. That is something that you cannot avoid. And the next time you watch someone speaking, make sure you watch their wrists to confirm if they are really into their message. But these are signals that everyone picks up subconsciously. Even if you can tolerate the preachy content from an uber-privileged crybaby, the body language will just confirm that something is wrong. Maybe you're familiar with Harry's body language. I know I am after so many videos about him and his wife, and these kind of gestures are not natural to him. So that makes you wonder, what changed? Why did he feel the need to change his body language style this time? That's the kind of questions you should ask yourself when you spot shifts in people's nonverbal communication. If there is a change, there must be a reason. But Harry not only used unnecessarily obscure terms, he also went to the other extreme when he began talking like this. When bad things happen, I think, there's a lesson here. I'm being schooled by the universe. Every single bad thing, or the things you perceive to be bad that happen, can actually be good. Whoa. It looks like someone just discovered Paulo Coelho. It would be great if he could give us a concrete example of something bad that happened to him. For example, getting cut off financially by his family. Can that actually be good? Well, it is, because now he is a salesman. Because I'm calling it like it is. Chief Impact Officer is just a glorified salesman of mental health coaching, because he said this: I can't wait for BetterUp to be in that position to be able to make it even more accessible to people, so every single person anywhere in the world has access to a BetterUp coach. And pretty much like everything in life, a BetterUp mental health coach has a cost, to the tune of $279 a month. It will be interesting to know if Harry gets a cut from that. What's really important is that now everything makes sense. It doesn't matter if Harry goes online to spit whatever nonsense he wants, or whatever he is told to say, or talking in terms that are just more and more word salads. He was hired not to do hard work, such as the one he claims, but only for plain and simple brand awareness, so people around the world would know about BetterUp. And I'm sure their business jumped just by hiring Harry. You turn on a webcam, talk about mental health, and mention your company's solution, Inner Work, available in 3 different flavors. I have to say that was a great business move, because you can imagine that in the business world, nobody cares about Harry or his wife. They only know that he is royalty or something, that they revealed on Oprah that they escaped an evil family. They're not aware of the true reputation and character of these two. Harry makes the headlines about mental health. A company makes money on mental health. That's money matchmaking made in heaven. And it would be extremely naive to think that BetterUp was the only company that came up with the idea of hiring Harry to boost their brand awareness. You can imagine that at least 10 companies must have made offers for this. So it's pretty safe to guess that he was offered some kind of benefits beyond a simple paycheck. That's the kind of deals about company equity that celebrities do all the time beyond sponsorships. But in this case, Harry is not selling soft drinks, but inner work coaching, or whatever it's called. And that's when we arrive at a possible conflict of interest, because you connect the secret weapon that is Serena Williams saying that I know I joke a lot, but Harry is actually one of my coaches. Whenever I see him, he's always solving all my life's problems. Well, Harry knows about juggling with tennis balls, so there must be a connection in there. My question is, why didn't he solve Meghan's problems back then? Serena is there to validate Harry's words, plain and simple. They want people to buy into the whole enchilada. But you put one of the greatest athletes in history to say that Mr. Quitter is one of her coaches? I cannot wrap my head around how sad is that. I understand every company needs to be profitable and they need to play all the tactics in the book to achieve that. But going with influencers and especially making them part of your team comes with the risk that whatever happens with that person's reputation, the company will also take a hit. Believe me, nobody wants to be another Subway. If you want to refine your observation skills, all you have to do is download my 100 body language tips right in the description of this video. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas and it will always be a pleasure, my body language buddies. Much love and bliss.